I found this old bookcase on Facebook Marketplace, and although it was sturdy and in a pretty good condition, it did seem to have been abandoned for quite some time. It was extremely dusty and in desperate need of a good cleaning, but it had such good bones that I needed to have it. So I went to pick it up with my husband and I decided I wanted to give this neglected piece an extreme makeover. So extreme that she would almost feel like she belonged to the royal family afterwards. Let's see how that plan worked out. I figured that if this lady was going to belong to the royal family, she would need some fancy jewelry. So my husband added some trimming. He cut it to size and then glued it to the piece using a bit of wood glue. And of course, a princess would never feel royal without a crown. I thought this beautiful woody band ornament would suit her perfectly. I added some heat to the ornament using a hairdryer. When you heat up a woody band molding, it becomes flexible. That way it's a lot easier to glue it to the piece and it will stick a whole lot better too. Now it's time for her royal bath. What a difference a bit of water and soap make. But just wait until we get this princess fully dressed. But before I could grab my paint, I noticed the bookcase needed a few tiny little touch-ups. With some flexible wood, I made the cracks and broken pieces disappear. I let everything dry, sanded it down, and it looked like nothing ever happened. As you can see, the bookcase has had a thorough clean, and now I'm going to start painting the inside of the bookcase, and I'm going to go black. To get my paint into all those little cracks for the shelves, I used a small or medium flat brush. I changed to a bigger flat brush to cover the other large flat surfaces. It's surprising how good of a coverage just one coat of Athenian Black already gives to the piece, but I will need 2 coats in total to make sure I didn't miss anything. When you say royal, I think burgundy. So that's the color I am going for the outside of the bookcase. Burgundy is one of my favorite colors in the Annie Sloan chalk paint range. I was so sad when Annie Sloan decided to stop producing this color a few years ago. But I guess I wasn't the only one feeling sad about it, because Annie Sloan just recently shared the news that burgundy is back. And I hope it's here to stay now. Some of you might already start to notice that I got my inspiration for this piece from Katja. Katja is an extremely talented furniture artist that I've been following on YouTube for years now. I will drop the link to her channel in the description below so you can follow her too if you haven't already. Katja never ceases to amaze me, and I'm pretty positive it's thanks to her that I have grown so much as a furniture artist myself over the last few years. She is such an inspiration for me, and I think you can see her style peek through in most of my designs. So yes, as Katja always does, I will add gold to this piece as well. But before I am going for that extra bling, I am adding flowers to the backside of this bookcase. To stick to the Burgundy theme, I chose a transfer from Redesign with Prima called Royal Burgundy. This transfer has a lot of text on the outside of the design that I didn't want to use on my piece, so I cut those parts out and only made use of the flowers in the transfer. Once I was ready cutting the design into pieces, I taped everything on the back panel of the bookcase to decide where I wanted it to be. Once I was happy with that, I started transferring the design onto the piece using a transfer tool. It was a bit of a challenge to transfer this design, taking into account all those little cracks between the different wood panels. In hindsight, I think I better made cuts into the paper following those lines. Since I didn't do that, the transfer did tear a bit, so the finish wasn't as clean as I first anticipated it to be. But as it is the case during most makeovers, nothing ever goes as planned. So I went with the way it came out and decided to just embrace the distressed look on this royal lady. To make the flower design in the back of the bookcase blend in with the front of the piece, I added a small part of the transfer on the front drawer as well. I was so glad I chose to do this, because I think everything kind of came together after I applied the flower in that corner. I guess it was just the missing part I fortunately was able to find right in time. After the transfer was applied, I sanded it using a sanding sponge to add to the distressed look and to tone down the halo. Then I used clear wax to protect not only the transfer, but the complete piece. The clear wax deepens the colors a bit, and especially when using the color Burgundy, this is where the color shows its true beauty. On all the edges and in the corners I added a bit of black wax. Black wax definitely complements the warmth of the burgundy color. And then for the finishing touch, I added some precious patina from Posh Chalk in the color Radiant Gold. Because a true princess can never wear too much gold, right? And we are done with this makeover. Here is just a quick reminder of how this bouquet used to look like. And here is how it looks now. From a dusty old lady to a beautiful princess, worthy to wear her own golden crown. The transfer called Royal Burgundy definitely didn't steal its name and truly gives a royal touch to this princess, or should I say queen. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of the result. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on my next videos. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!